Hello everyone, I am so excited to have you guys here today for this masterclass on creating a compelling client experience to generate more income in your business. This is something that really hits home for me and I have found has made a huge impact in my business, and I'm so excited to dive in for today's masterclass and teach you all about it. So in this masterclass, I'm going to show you the 4-step framework to create a better client experience to help you book more weddings and generate more income. So by the end of our time together, you're going to learn the 4 main pillars to set a solid foundation for your client workflow. So who the heck am I? If this is our first time meeting, what is up? My name is Rachel Traxler and I'm a photography and business entrepreneur educator and a destination wedding and elopement photographer, making photos a warm, joyful, and connective experience. Let's take a little peek into my not so perfect background. I booked my first wedding in 2013 and woofda, I did not even know what the word workflow was at that point at all. And I've been perfecting my workflow and client experience ever since. I finally took my business full-time in 2017 and became a self-starter for my business and ran the entire show until last year I started to scale my business and expand my team. So I just want to show you quick where I started and how I got to where I am today. Yes, these are my very first images from my very first couples and events. Bless their hearts. So in 2013, I booked my first wedding and had no idea what I was doing, how I was interacting or prepping them, and what type of experience I was providing for my clients at all. Come 2017, I had taken the years to grow and realized I wanted to take this business full time. So I really dove in and ended up having a really booked calendar. And now in 2020 and 2021, I have a fully booked calendar, but that looks very different than it did in 2017 because I've since been able to raise my prices, meaning less weddings, but fully booked, and still be able to hit that 6-figure mark. I've taken strategies I've learned and implemented in my business from over the years, and now I'm sharing them with you. So I'm going to show you how you can make the ultimate shift from struggling to land your dream clients, feeling stretched too thin, confused what to do next to make your business successful, to expanding your profits and your ideal audience just by adding a proven system to your business. So let's talk a little bit more about why you're here today. You are in the right place if you struggle to attract and book ideal couples who value your work and your worth. Or maybe you wish you could raise your prices with confidence and make more money. You want to build a better foundation to lessen your workload while elevating your business. I want you to know that this masterclass was designed for you because I want to help you better your own business. So by the end of this class, you will walk away feeling inspired with tools and action steps, be able to give your clients a better overall experience with the basics of what it takes, and learn ways to generate the raving clients and referrals that you deserve if you put in the effort, and generate more income in your business because of it. So my big goal for you today is to walk away with a strategy to implement into your own workflow so you can elevate your business, book more ideal weddings, and generate more income. I want to be clear too that this masterclass is not for you if you don't prioritize serving your clients, you don't mind booking weddings at a lower rate or booking non-ideal clients. Now, I know some photographers don't mind this, which is okay. I just want to be clear that my strategies are for people who want to scale and grow their business. And you never get ghosted by dream potential clients. Maybe you already have a system set in place where you never get ghosted by clients and your communication is perfectly clear, as in they're not bothering you repeatedly on multiple platforms or in different ways or expecting a response at crazy hours of the day. The system and strategies I use in my business ensures that boundaries are set from the very beginning and there is clear communication all throughout from beginning to end. Let me take you on the exact roadmap of where we are headed today in this masterclass. So in this masterclass, I will be going over my 4-step framework to elevate your client experience, talking about how to attract your ideal clients, how to connect with current and future clients, how to nurture your clients during their experience, and how to deliver the best possible experience to them, and then how you can use all these strategies to generate more income in your business, and then talk about the opportunity to work further with me. Okay, so now let's talk about the ways I have tried and failed in my business because yes, we all start somewhere. And back when I started, I was all self-taught and had to go through many, and I mean many failures to get to where I am today. So number one, I was getting my inspiration from other photographers when it came to posing and directing my couples. I was trying to memorize a shot list of poses and prompts that I saw other photographers doing, which led me to forgetting what to do because I was just trying to memorize a list instead of actually forming a creative connection with them to customize their experience. Number two, I was booking couples only to later find out that we were not a good match and did not vibe well, which ultimately led me to not enjoying the sessions and weddings I was shooting when in reality, all of that could have been prevented or changed. Number three, I would send people my pricing only to get crickets in return, and this left me feeling so defeated and made me feel less confident in what I was charging, which then led me to lowering my prices, when that also could have been prevented and my prices should have been going up and not down. So I lost out on a lot of money by not implementing these strategies and workflow earlier on. So here's what changed for me. I was getting sick of feeling like a failure and knew that there had to be a better way. So I made a big shift in my workflow and business by creating, perfecting, and implementing my workflow to prevent these things from happening and to better my business. So here's what happened. I was starting to not only get an increase in inquiries, but I was starting to attract my ideal dream clients that I truly enjoyed working, which led my demand to increase, which led me to be able to increase my pricing with confidence. And this helped me be able to scale my business and hit 6 figures to make the most I've ever made in my business. And it led me to start getting a ton of referrals from past ideal clients from their friends, which were, guess what, also my ideal clients. So it was a win-win. And these are just a few examples of why client experience is just non-negotiable. I truly believe that bettering my client experience played a huge key role in scaling my business and doubling my income. But this doesn't just happen overnight. You need a game plan. And that is where my 4-step framework to creating a compelling client experience comes in. We will be going over the 4 steps to creating a better client experience. Number 1, attract. Number 2, connect. Number 3, nurture. Number 4, deliver, which will then lead to booking more ideal weddings and couples and being able to raise your prices and make more money. So let's start with step number 1, which is attract. And it all starts with the clients you are attracting and what strategies you are implementing to attract those clients. Let's first look into some different techniques you can use to attract your ideal clients. Some of the best ways are social media, your website, your copyright, and your branding. The first social media I'll talk about is Instagram. And I think it's safe to say that Instagram is most people's main social media platform as photographers, and it's where many of us have our clients find us as well. Instagram is the perfect opportunity to utilize and attract not only clients, but your ideal clients. So let's talk about how. Well, firstly, you need to know who your ideal client even is before you even start or can do anything. And I like to refer to them as your IC. So when you know your IC in and out, you can then market to them through Instagram. Number 2 is utilize hashtags. Once you know who your IC is, you'll better know which hashtags to use based on what they would be searching for, where they would be hanging out, what type of wedding they're looking for, etc. Number 3, yes, you need to be posting consistently and engaging content if you want a wider audience and make a greater connection. It is so important to have a game plan when it comes to Instagram, or at least a content calendar to batch your posts together. Number 4, utilize stories. Way more people see your stories than your posts. And if you are consistent in your stories, you will start to show up more in the tops of people's feeds and stories and be more relevant in people's feeds. Number 5 is Reels. This is a newer feature that you can get super creative with, and Instagram will love you for it. This is also an awesome way and opportunity to attract the types of clients you love to work with. Some examples would be talking about your favorite kind of wedding and why, what your favorite kind of bride to work with is. So just come right out and say why you love working with this type of bride or couple. And this will resonate with people who are meant to be your ideal client and will draw them in toward you. Or your favorite type of session or places to do sessions at. This is great for people who are trying to attract more travel or destination work. For example, if you create a reel about traveling for a session or wedding, your ideal client will see that and want to be part of that experience with you. Next is Pinterest. Now, I know that Pinterest isn't technically a social media, but I'm categorizing it under that for this training because it is a huge platform where you can and should be attracting your ideal clients, because what are most brides doing? They are hanging out on Pinterest, planning their dream wedding day, and it is a great opportunity for you to get your work in front of them. So some strategies with Pinterest is you want to create ideal client boards. Make sure the boards that are public on your page are boards that directly speak to and attract what your ideal client would be drawn to. Post your own content and make sure it's compelling and attracting content that leads them directly to getting in contact with you. So make sure that link that's added to that pin is either your website or you're just straight to your contact page. And pin consistently to ensure your content will reach a wider audience and that audience sees your work. And then you can optimize SEO. Make sure you are utilizing your board's descriptions, keywords, hashtags, and key phrases to attract the couples you are wanting to attract. And next is your website. Everything about your website should attract your ideal clients and speak directly to them. Your website should also lead them through your client journey to attract and ensure that you are a good fit for each other, because you can either directly attract your ideal clients or repel them if you are not creating that connection and experience with them. Your website is a storefront in the journey that you take your clients on to provide that experience that you offer. So when you have a website that is clearly translating that, it will convert to attract your kind of people. Next is your copyright. Learn how to use your copyright to speak directly to your ideal clients in a way that attracts them. And this goes for everything that you say online, anywhere. Social media, your website, in person, how you interact with people, etc. Make sure that that is consistent everywhere that you are. And make your copyright about them and not you. Let your ideal clients know how you can serve them. For example, instead of saying how I document moments, I'm saying how your moments are documented. I'm making it about them. And finally, your branding. How you brand both yourself and your business will directly either attract or repel your potential clients. And obviously, you want to attract your ideal ones. So for example, I'm a very warm-toned photographer who loves all things warm and joyful and connective. So my branding is consistent with attracting that type of vibe from people because of my thoughtful branding. The next step, number 2, is connect. How you connect with your clients matters. Think of what kind of connection and experience you are providing them and how you are making them feel. Before anything, you need to figure out the needs of your clients. If you are able to identify your client's needs based off of the 6 human needs, you will better be able to connect and serve them. So according to the human needs psychology, which is a theory developed by Tony Robbins, there are 6 fundamental needs that a human may need, which are certainty, uncertainty or variety, love and connection, significance, growth, and contribution. Everyone is different and has different needs, so if you can identify which of these basic human needs your clients are from the very beginning, you will be able to connect and serve them in a customized way, which will help you not only customize their experience, but elevate it in their eyes because you are serving them in a way that makes them feel most loved. And this is something that so many people skip out on because at the end of the day, the value of your work is an experience that you provide for your clients. If you know the type of need your clients have, you can customize the best response to them in a way that will automatically make them feel connected to you. Now let's talk about some other ways to connect. First is the initial inquiry. And there is a lot that goes into a client's experience before, during, and after they fill out that form. But once they are on your contact form, on your contact page, their experience begins with how well your contact form is. So having a good and clear contact form can either make or break people submitting that form to you to get in contact with you. Your contact form is a huge piece of how you connect with your clients from the beginning and what that journey with you looks like from there. If you cannot get them to fill out and hit submit on that contact form, you'll never be able to have the opportunity to give them the experience that they deserve. So within your initial inquiry process, let's look at your contact form. First, make sure that your form is easy to find. You do not want to send your potential clients on a scavenger hunt just to find your contact form to get in touch with you. Make it very, very clear and easy to find. Secondly, make sure your form is super easy to read. I love including this example because the yellow on the left is my brand colors and I love it, but changing it to that black made a huge difference in being more legible and so worth it, because the more important thing here is that you just want people to be able to read it easily so that they can fill it out easier, quicker, and get it submitted to you. And lastly, your question boxes. Make sure you aren't putting the details of what they should answer inside the box, where as soon as they start typing in and filling out the boxes, that question disappears. This could make them forget what they're answering and have them just completely get overwhelmed and not even fill out the form because they don't even know what they're trying to answer. So instead, include the full question and details above the box so they can refer back to it anytime. And next is response time. So how fast are you responding to initial inquiries? I personally used to think that it didn't matter, but it really, really does. You want to have your workflow set up so you can respond accordingly as quick as possible. Because couples are reaching out to so many people, and the quicker that you can respond by being prepared with your workflow, the more likely that you are able to get in contact with them and that they end up booking. Next is how you are responding to initial inquiries. My favorite way is phone calls. I personally love responding with emails and a phone call. I have booked clients based on this action alone. Ever since I started this strategy, my booking rate has gone way up. So make sure to utilize a phone call. I personally love to get people on the phone early on in our connection because this allows me to foster a relationship with them before we even talk about pricing. And since I've implemented this into my workflow, my booking rate has gone way up and the amount of people who ghost me have gone down significantly. And I have a specific outline that I follow when I do my phone calls so that I can stay on track, get the information I need, and guide them through the journey I want to take them on to help best envision their day the best that it can be. And lastly is workflow. You want your workflow to be seamless and educational. With the strategies that I use, you will be able to walk your clients through the process from beginning to end to ensure a clear and educational experience. And that is through having set templates. There are many strategies you can do to increase your booking rate when it comes to how you are responding to an initial inquiry, but I have specific templates and outlines that I've created and implemented into my workflow so I can send quicker and more efficient responses, which has helped increase my overall booking rate. And the way I set up my workflow for my templates to send is through HoneyBook. And I know most people are using HoneyBook or some sort of client management system, which is awesome because it will make implementing this strategy way simpler. And then what does your turnaround time look like with your workflow? Even though this is all done on the back end, it makes a huge difference when it comes to serving your clients with the best experience. I have found a system to stay organized, and I have a quick editing turnaround time to ensure a faster turnaround time when it comes to importing, culling, exporting, and delivering photos so that my projects don't pile up and I get behind. And then step number 3 is nurture. So you don't just want to book a wedding and show up. You need to nurture your clients in a way that makes them feel loved and cared for. Here are some ways to do that. First is through emails. So the email communication you set with your clients from the start will set the tone for their entire experience. And the way you email your clients during your onboarding process, your nurture sequence, and during the offboarding process plays a huge role in the direction their experience will go. So again, having set templates in your workflow that nurture the client's relationship with you can help build and keep that trust with you as a professional, and also set yourself up as the educated person who is guiding them through it all. So the email templates that I have created in my business nurture my clients throughout their entire process with me from beginning to end. Next is educating your clients. You are the professional here, not them, and it is your job to educate your clients. You need to be educating your clients throughout the entire process to help nurture them. They don't know what they're doing as well as you do because you are the professional. So it's your job to educate them on what is best and what works best. Educating your clients will help craft them into the types of clients you love working with, and that's why it's so important to make sure you educate them. So some ways to educate them are through guides. One of my personal faves because they are so fun to create and sent beautifully to your clients either physically or digitally. Either way is totally fine. Not only does it help to get clear expectations and details beforehand, but they are a great way to show your client that you want to give them a personalized experience, set expectations with them, and be the professional that you are. Everything that I include in my guides walks them through everything they will need to know for their experience with me from beginning to end. I have a set template that I like to use for all of my guides that make it super easy to just plug and play when creating new ones. And the next way to educate them is through emails. Again, having set templates that guide and educate them throughout the entire journey with you. It's so easy to educate your clients through emails, especially when you set up your workflow to flow seamlessly with their project. Next is blog posts, and what I love about blog posts is that you have full control and can talk about whatever topic you'd like. Blogging educational content for your brides and couples is a great resource for them as well, because you can craft these posts to form and create your ideal client based on what you like and you don't like for sessions. And what's cool about blog posts is that it's always a good resource for you to send your potential clients to. Videos or phone calls. Video has such a big impact on people, so by adding video to your workflow, you can set yourself apart and really get that information across to your clients in a personalized way. And I personally love using the video outlines I've created for my business to help me stay on track with that, so I know what to say and when to say it. And after educating your clients is client gifting. Gifting can be an awesome way to nurture your clients, but it is not everything. I personally look at gifting as a bonus when it comes to client experience, but either way, they are making an investment in you. So investing back into them is a great way to nurture that relationship with them. I love to reference my gift guide and use specific companies for all of my gifts for my clients. So here are just a couple quick reasons of how gifting can change your business. Because who doesn't like to receive gifts, right? No one. Everybody loves getting gifts. So by gifting your clients, they will immediately start paying even more attention to you and what you offer. And it will get them even more excited to be working with you specifically. By incorporating client gifting into your workflow, you can immediately increase the value of your service and create a better overall experience. Once you have elevated your brand and services, you are able to then raise your prices because the experience that you're providing them is more valuable. So I use my gift pricing breakdown to factor gifts into my pricing to calculate the gift spending percentage amount based on each couple. And prepping them for their session and wedding, because you definitely do not want to just show up and wing it. 99% of my work is done in prep, which makes for a more enjoyable experience and a way better outcome. Prepping them can be done through email communication, through guides, questionnaires, phone calls, etc. It is so important to prep your clients because it can help you form your ideal client and help you walk away feeling super good about it. And lastly, step 4 is deliver. So I want you to end with a bang. Your offboarding process is just as important as your onboarding process. Clients will always remember the way you left their experience just as much, if not more, than the way you onboarded them in the beginning. So let's go over some things you should be doing during your offboarding process. Let's first look into some different techniques you can use to deliver your experience. Some of the best ways are posing and directing during their session, their photo presentation, workflow turnaround time, and after their day. The way you deliver yourself and deliver the experience you are providing will play a huge role in their entire experience with you. So delivering an awesome experience for your couples is a combination of everything and way more that we are even covering today, but their session is a live human interaction that you get with your couples when you are meeting them in person and actually delivering that experience to them in a tangible way. And next is photo presentation for delivery. Think of how you are delivering your photos, because how you are delivering your photos to your clients truly matters. It is how they will view their photos and experience forever. Think of online galleries. I'm not talking about Google Drive, Facebook, Dropbox. I'm talking about a quality online gallery program and how you are displaying their photos even within that online gallery. because the way you organize your photo delivery process is how they will view their photos, and this plays a big role in how they subconsciously will evaluate their experience with you. So think about how you are delivering the story of either their session or their wedding day and how it is all laid out digitally for them. And your workflow turnaround time. Think of how fast you are delivering their photos. How quick is your turnaround workflow time? Because this truly, truly does matter, especially in their experience. They're just so excited after they got their photos taken that they want them as soon as possible. So I tie this into a specific workflow process that I use to prevent getting asked when their photos will be ready and all of that. And how you are delivering a good experience to them after the wedding day is all said and done. Because like I mentioned, your offboarding process is just as important, if not more important, than your onboarding, which they are all very super important. But this is how they will remember you leaving the experience. For example, even if you have provided an awesome experience and have gone above and beyond for them during their planning process and on their wedding day, but let's just say that it's the end of the day and it's the dance portion of the wedding day. You've been awesome all day and now you're just ready to be done and just peace out. So if you're just standing in the corner, just like hating your life, watching the clock, waiting to go, people will notice and pick up on that energy, and it'll leave a bad taste in couples and the wedding parties and the guests' mouth. So this will lead them to have an overall bad vibe from here, even if you were awesome all day. So instead, make sure you are dancing it up with them, with the wedding party and the guests, or at least smiling and looking like you're having a blast. This will just ensure you're ending the day with a bang and that you were awesome from start to finish. So think of these three things when you are in the delivery phase. Number one, how are you delivering the experience in person during your sessions and their weddings? How are you making them feel, and how are you posing and directing in a customized way? Number two, how quick your turnaround time is and how that is communicated with the clients to set expectations and boundaries, and also how you are delivering those photos. And number three, what type of service you are providing them after the photos are delivered in the offboarding process and beyond. All right, let's talk turkey. All about your pricing strategies, and how to generate more of an income. Because how you price yourself is a perceived value of the services you provide. If you are not pricing yourself accordingly, it will not make sense to the couple. If your pricing is too low, they will question the quality of your work and experience. And if you're pricing yourself too high, well, you better make sure that you have the client experience to back that up. Which is why up-leveling your client experience will elevate your business and allow you to bring in more business, generate more income, and be able to charge more for your services. Let's go over 4 pricing strategies that you can implement for any type of pricing that you do. So the 4 pricing strategies are penetration pricing, competitive pricing, premium pricing, and dynamic pricing. Let's take a deeper look into each strategy and how you can apply them to your own pricing method. First is penetration pricing, which is basically setting a low price just to get your foot in the door. And this is really good for beginner photographers if you are just getting started and want to gain experience for a lower rate and a higher booking. Meaning you just want to get as much experience as possible, so you're okay with charging a lower price if that means that you're booking more projects. Number 2 is competitive pricing. And this is doing market research to base off of what others in your area or direct market are charging. So this would be looking at other photographers or business owners within your industry, within your area, seeing what their price ranges are, just to give you a good gauge of what to start. Now that doesn't mean that you should go ahead and be charging the same thing as them, because every business is so different. What you offer your clients is very different than what they can offer, but it's just to give you a rough idea and range to start at. Number 3 is premium pricing, and that is keeping the price artificially high to encourage people to think that it's more valuable. So if you price yourself too cheap, people will wonder why or catch on that you might not have as much experience, which is okay. We all start there at some point, but sometimes the higher you price yourself, the more valuable you will seem. This is a really good strategy when you are a market leader, meaning that nobody else offers what you offer and you have something that is completely unique to you that nobody can get anywhere else. For example, think of iPhones or just cell phones in general. They don't really have any other direct competition, so they can charge whatever the heck they want, and they know that we are all just going to buy them because we all need them. So if you have something in your business that you know you're the only one that offers and is custom to you, you can charge whatever you want for it, and you can use premium pricing because they can only get it from you. And number 4 is dynamic pricing, which means prices are continually changing depending on the demand and peak seasons of your business. So maybe meaning that during slow season, you're okay with lowering your prices a little bit because you're not getting as many inquiries. But then during busy season, when you're getting a lot of inquiries, you can increase your pricing because your demand is higher. So when your booking pace is high or low, depending on if you are in high season or low season. For example, you could increase your rate for more popular wedding dates, such as Saturdays in the summer or Saturdays in your peak seasons. If you notice you keep getting inquiries for the same dates or the same month, make that date and the dates around it where your pricing is higher on those dates because your demand is higher. So you're able to leverage your pricing a little bit, and you essentially could make more money if you increase those date prices by a little bit because you know that they're going to get filled. Let's go over 3 ways to know if you're charging too much. Number 1, you are getting inquiries but no one is booking you. You are drawing in the right kinds of clients, but they just aren't willing to book. This could have many factors, such as the area that you're in, or the supply and demand might be too high. Think about the value you are providing to them. A solution to this would be create a smaller offer to build up momentum in your business, or just have a lower package option. Number 2, you haven't yet built a name for yourself. Reputations are built on hard work, experiences, thinking outside of the box, and being an awesome marketer and creating connections. You need to show up in your business, and if you haven't put in the work, you probably are not ready to be charging premium pricing until you can get that momentum going. I highly suggest you raise your pricing as your reputation and business grows. The more consistency and connections you build in your business, the better reputation you will create for yourself and essentially be able to charge more money. Number 3, you think it's all about mindset. Don't be afraid to charge what you're worth, but also don't think you can just come in and be charging premium pricing after just starting and just coming into the game here. There is so much more that goes into it than just mindset, such as branding, marketing, client experience, etc. So then if you were to go raise your prices and the work doesn't come to you or you don't get booked, you just get discouraged. But it might just simply be because you haven't built the reputation yet. But that doesn't mean that you can't hustle quicker than others and grow quicker than others either. So let's do this exercise. I want you to ask yourself, are you getting so much work that you have to turn down a lot of things? That is when you know that it is time to raise your pricing. And number 2, are you taking it personal when people don't book you? We as humans don't like when things are hard. We can internalize it when people don't book us and view it as a failure if we have to lower our rates, which is not the case at all. You need to change your relationship with failing. So don't beat yourself up or question your existence. Just learn from it. Learn from the problem. Are you laying out your pricing wrong? How are you marketing it all? Have the mindset of how you can get better instead of just thinking that you suck and that it was all a failure. And now let's talk about knowing when to raise your prices. First, your intuition. So you know you're booking well and you feel like you have your client journey down and you feel like you are giving really good value, or you feel like you're leaving jobs just feeling like you need to charge more in a positive way. But we've all been there where we leave feeling like, oh, I didn't get paid enough for this. So once you get to that point, you can know that you can raise your pricing. Or you know you've upped your game and you feel really empowered in the way things are going in your business and the client experience that you're providing them. Next, you're working too much. Your calendar is more full than you'd like it to be and your demand is higher. That's when you know that you need to. You've implemented a compelling client experience and workflow into your business and you have the reputation to back it up. This is why having good client experience is so important and can elevate your entire business and allow you to charge more and make more money in your business. So no one can tell you when it's time to switch your pricing but you. You run your business. You can gauge how things are going, whether the demand has picked up or slowed down, so it is your decision. You're a business owner and you just have to make this decision for yourself. Price anchoring is a strategy of how you should have your pricing laid out. The psychology behind this is to get people to choose your high, middle package by increasing your highest package super high and your lowest package still high but not enough in it. By doing this and setting up your packages like this, the clients will perceive you to have more value and be in more demand, so it will come across more appealing to them. So first, you want to make sure you have at least 3 to 4 options for them when presenting pricing options for them. People like options, but not too many. They want to feel a sense of guidance and direction when they're picking out their package. Start off with your highest package first, always. This will make it so when they see all the other options, they will think they're more doable or seem more appealing. This should be an all-in, crazy high but doable price. And you never know, some people are more drawn to that highest price and they want that high value. So there's no sense in trying to have it in there to see and give that option. This is personally why I have 4 options so that I can make the middle 2 the most appealing. Then move on to your middle option or options which will be your most popular, but you're mostly trying to get them to choose. For me, this is my standard 10-hour or 8-hour package. With setting up pricing anchoring like this, you are able to increase your standard package a little bit by having that top highest one super high. It will make them realize your standard packages are a really good deal. And this is not a slimy or salesy tactic, it's just the way you are laying out your packages to show an increased and perceived value. And then always end with your lowest option. Make your lowest option not enough included in the package where they would want or just need more. But also sometimes this is all they need. But typically you want to make it a no-brainer where they would at least do one of the middle packages. This is just an example of what could be offered in packages and how to lay out in a price anchoring way. So again, start with the highest package first, priced high at an all-in type of package. Some people want this and will go for it if you offer it. And if not, that's totally fine because you have the 2 middle options that are also popular options. The 2 middle options with basically time being the only difference, again, steering them towards that higher one with not much of a price difference. And the lowest package offers just quite not enough, but still very close in price. Your pricing methods can and should change depending on what season you are in. For example, my prices definitely increase during high season versus low season. And here are a few things to consider when you are choosing your pricing point. Number 1, are you paying a second shooter? Number 2, are you paying a photo editor? Number 3, factoring in your client gift pricing. Number 4, run your cost of doing business and know how much it costs you per project. Think of programs, memory cards, equipment, taxes, etc. And when you combine all these techniques on top of a compelling client experience, you will be able to charge more money and generate a higher income in your business because of the reputation and the demand your business is getting. So again, here is my 4-step framework I use to create my client experience. And as you can see, so much goes into each category. We just kind of skimmed the surface today. But you did it. We are done. This is the end of the masterclass. I'm so glad that you've stuck with me. I know it was a lot of information. So at this point, you have 2 options. Option 1, you can spend the time like I did coming up with your own system, but then you run the risk of not growing your business at the rate you should be or having an effective strategy. Or option 2, you can get on a fast track to elevating your business using a proven roadmap for quicker success. So here's why you showed up today. You want to attract your ideal client and provide the best experience for them for both yourself and your business. You need a strategic workflow that works and is going to generate more time in your life and profit in your business. You want to book more weddings and generate more income in your business. But you might be asking, what exactly do I put in my guides and questionnaires that I send to my clients? How do I schedule and automate my workflow? But exactly how do I run my sessions and weddings? And what exactly do I say on the phone to hook and book couples? Remember, not long ago, I was getting clients that were not my ideal clients until I created my proven client connection process. My proven methods are things that anyone can easily implement into their business with the right guidance. Now I have an invitation for you. I've put together a comprehensive digital course that will help prep and educate your clients, run your sessions and weddings more efficiently, build a reputation, get more ideal clients, be more confident in the experience you are providing your clients, and essentially build a business that will generate more income. This is my complete A to Z blueprint to attract your ideal clients, do what you love, grow your profits, and have more time to enjoy your life. Now, there are 10 main modules in the program that walks you through how to set up a bigger system in your own business. So you are invited to my Client Connection course, which is a proven system that helped me increase my inquiries, my bookings, double my income, and become known as a photographer. This is what you will learn in the course. Module 1, we're going to walk you through more in depth of how to find and attract your ideal clients through social media, your website, and create them out of current clients that you already have, along with a worksheet on finding your ideal client avatar to know who you are speaking to and who you are trying to attract so you can start marketing to them. Module 2 is all about workflow. We will walk you through how I set up my wedding workflow from start to finish to nurture and educate my clients in a seamless and natural way to create the best communication for setting boundaries with them from the very start all the way up until after their project date. Also a behind the scenes look of what my HoneyBook workflow looks like, along with a wedding workflow checklist to make sure you can seamlessly implement it into your own workflow as well. In Module 3, it's all about client questionnaires, which go over my questionnaire templates that I use to create the best experience possible for the most ideal client, along with some checklists and done-for-you timelines. Module 4 is client guides, which go over what I include in my guides, how I lay them out for you, and a done-for-you customizable template for your guides, which includes my pricing guides, my welcome guide, engagement session guide, or what to wear guide, testimonial and delivery guide, and a guide template as well. And these guides are everything when talking about educating your clients and setting boundaries with your clients so you are both on the same page from the very start. Module 5 is client communication. From initial inquiry to delivery, communication is key. And in this module, I go over my exact email communication from start to finish to create a seamless experience so that there are no surprises. And I also go more in depth of how to identify your client needs and how to connect and serve them in the best way possible based on that. Module 6 is client gifting, talking about the importance of client gifting and what it can do for your experience and your business. We also go over pricing breakdown for clients and gift ideas to make their experience more unique, along with a gift guide for clients of what to give, when to give, and where to shop. Module 7 is pricing strategies, breaking down how to structure your pricing based off of different pricing techniques, also different methods based on high and low seasons, and how to craft custom proposals. All to help make sure you are bringing in more profit from your revenue so you don't feel burnt out. Module 8 is website optimization and invoices. So what to have on your website to attract ideal clients, elevate their client experience, and make more money with invoicing techniques. Module 9 is my unique posing and prompting strategies that will leave you feeling inspired to create versus memorizing a list of prompts, along with guides and resources to make the most out of and prep for your session. And Module 10 is a special 2.5-hour video of behind the scenes of an actual elopement and engagement session and how I pose and direct my couples. So this is everything that you get when you join the course. 10 modules, 31 lessons, 8 hours of video training, 17 resources, lifetime access, which starts immediately, and direct access to me to ask me questions on the course. So that's all a value of $2,195, but just for you today, it's not even the value price, it's $347. So if you want to start today, you have a couple options. You have a 4-payment plan of $97 a month, or you can save some money up front and do a one-time payment of $347. So let's talk about what comes next. If you're ready to join, I want you to head to www.racheltraxler.com/client connection course. And now when you get there, you will see the information about the breakdown of the course and what it all entails. You will also be able to see all the information you need about the program. Scroll down to the payment section, pick which one is best for you, and you will be taken to an order form, which takes just a few moments to fill out. Fill out that form and give us a few minutes, and you're going to get a welcome email with your login information to the course for full access to all the modules and the entire course. And here's a little sneak peek behind the scenes of what the inside of the course looks like. I also want you to know if you need any help or support or want to make sure this is a right fit for you, feel free to send us an email. We are happy to help you make a decision and see what is the best fit for you and your business. So again, you can get started today for either 4 payments of $97 or a one-time payment of $347, and is all waiting for you at www.racheltraxler.com/client connection course. Thank you guys so much for joining the masterclass today. I hope you learned a lot. Again, feel free to email me if you have any questions, and I hope to see you inside the Client Connection course.